Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Avernum 6, possibly for the final time, who knows. Well, I guess without further ado, we will continue right where I so rudely interrupted last time, and we'll see how the restoration of the portal goes. Shall we? Once again, you step through these accursed gates and face the portal. It is less stable than it was the last time you saw it. If it is not repaired soon, it will either collapse or tear open. Neither would be good. After you pass through the gates, several other soldiers join you. They run to the crystal and take up positions around it, ready to haul it into position around the portal. This isn't the first time this was attempted. The blood and scorch marks on the ground testify to what happened last time. Perhaps, with your help, this time the effort will be successful. Commander Merrihew shouts, "All right, no time for speeches. You know what is at stake. All of Avernum is counting on us. Seal the hole. Heave!" The soldiers strain, grunt, and tug on the ropes. Slowly, the crystal begins to move. Okay. Interesting. Is it actually going to physically move? I assume so. Commander Merrihew points up at the portal. There! They're coming! Be ready! Sure enough, shadowy, leathery forms are emerging from the portal. They are much larger than what you faced when the portal was destroyed. It is attracting larger and nastier enemies. Merrihew shouts, "Pull! Move the stone! Other soldiers, attack!" Okay, Blade Ward Imp. Oh no, Blade Ward sounds bad. Hit points are okay. Not the worst we've seen. Would these be... Okay, I mean, Flaming Hellbeast is almost certainly... Who am I kidding? Is obviously immune to fire. The Blade Ward Imps might not be. Still, I guess I'm just gonna go for... a smite here? Okay. Yeah, Blade Ward. Let's test if they're actually... Yeah. Very resistant to physical. I hate that. And there are 4 of them. How are we going to deal with them quickly enough? I guess using this recently upgraded Arcane Blow. To get a bit closer, and they're not gonna like that one bit. Okay, decent damage. Yeah, but the fact that we'll have to defeat those imps with magic, pretty much. Oh, and we got more already? A Terror White, interesting. 2 Terror Whites, actually, never mind. Huh. Okay. I guess we gotta help with these here. Well, I mean, you might be able to finish off that imp, although... I guess we're gonna be targeting this group here again with the next Arcane Blow. Okay, Merrihew is helping as well. That's nice. Okay, that's 1 imp down. Hey, level up. Congrats. Thankfully, we're not taking a ton of damage here so far. I just hope that new enemies aren't gonna appear every single round. That would be a bit much. We'll see, though. Never mind. So far, that is exactly what's happening. An Icy Horror. Okay. 7 points. Can we do anything with that? Anything useful at all? We could increase endurance mid-combat, which is probably not the worst thing we could do here. Because everything else, everything offensive... No, actually, never mind. We can totally increase spellcraft. Yeah. Okay. Obvious choice then, of course. I guess we'll, we still don't need to heal. Let's see. You know what? I think I'll have you... maybe start attacking this demon here. That should finish off the Hellhound. No! Oh, wait. They're completely resistant to that. I didn't even pay attention to how much damage the Arcane Blow was dealing. I just expected them to not resist it, I guess. Yeah, could you shoot anything but that Blade Ward Imp? That's not gonna work, really. Oh, okay. Wait, did something... Okay, the Hellhound actually died. Hawk almost did as well, but not quite. Okay, and he was... Sans was out of range for that heal, unfortunately. Okay. Demon is pretty hurt. I'm gonna go ahead and weaken him a little bit, though. Okay, we get an Infernal Thresher. Ooh, that's a tanky thing. Ooh, okay, nice one. Well, I guess he'll just continue doing this. Whoa, whoa, that was so much damage. Over 200 damage to the demon? I see horror specifically. I guess they're all demons. Well, the whites aren't really demons, but... Yeah, we'll have to do something about this Blade Ward Imp. Okay. A Rune Ward Imp, okay. We can definitely deal with those. I'll have to... You're only next to one of those enemies, right? It's kind of hard to tell, though. Wait, are you? Honestly, I have no idea. Okay. Yes. These still... Okay. That's unfortunate. I meant for her to take one step, but because of the tiered structure here, it's so hard to tell where the actual tiles are. That is really unfortunate. I should have had him drink a potion. I hope he's gonna be fine for one more round. The plan was obviously to move Lulu into a position where we can use Divine Restoration on everyone. As it is, things are looking a little bit dicey. Just a little bit. Okay, so is there anything we can do to actually harm both of these things? I mean, I suppose Icy Rain, but I feel like that's not really worth it. So I guess I'll just use the Arcane Blow to mostly weaken this this Blade Ward Imp here. Okay. Hawk might be fine here. Oh god. Ayali's taking so much damage. I'm just looking at their hit point bars at this point. Oh boy. Okay, well, if nothing else, you should definitely be able to... Huh? To hit the right button eventually. Divine Restoration. Okay, that affected everyone, and I'm actually gonna just double up. Just top everyone off. That was way too close for comfort. Yikes. Okay, okay, why don't you go ahead and Arcane Blow this group here? I was kind of hoping... Well, I was hoping to finish off this Blade Ward, and I was thinking that maybe we could even finish off this Rune Ward, despite it being resistant. What are you? Okay, okay, the Rune Ward just died. Are you another... Blade Ward Imp, of course. Okay. Right, we kinda need to heal you, and we get a chance to do a mighty smite, mighty smitey, as they say. Good. I guess start working on this Thresher. We weakened it. Good. Did I weaken this Hound? I'm not sure I did. I did now. Okay, finally, these guys are gonna start attacking something that's hopefully gonna take damage from them, and not all be absorbed in, you know, wasting their attacks on that Bladeward Imp. That was definitely a little bit unfortunate. Ouch. Yeah, these Hellhounds are actually a bit of a problem, aren't they? Okay, the Thresher is actually also a bit of a problem because that's the one that leaves the lightning debuff. Definitely causes some serious damage here. Okay, something else just died. Wait, did it? No. I don't know. Not sure. Everyone should still be in range. No one moved, so there's that. Okay. There's another one of these guys. Cool. Yeah, you can't really move away from here without losing all of your action points. No haste proc, unfortunately. We are still buffed, though. Yeah, buffs are still holding. That is still pretty effective. Okay, please, if you guys could finish off this Hellhound here, that would be super nice. Nice, 2 parries. That's actually really good. Thank you. Finally. No. Not the Bladeward again. Stop. Pick any other target. Literally any other target. Oh well. Okay, keep everyone topped off. Blast that stupid Bladeward Imp, right? Yes? I guess you could also help with... Actually, yeah. Finish off that Hellhound. Weaken that Imp. Imp? That's not an Imp. That's a white. Okay. Hold on. Mighty, no, well aimed. Arcane Blow should damage everyone currently around. Quite nicely too. We have another level up as well. Coming in clutch. Well, I mean, it's not gonna make a difference. Also, is it just me, or hasn't a lot been respawning here recently? Well, okay, you just have to complain sometimes. More Room Ward Imps, though. I'm happy enough with those. Merihue might be panicking right now. I don't know if I can cure her. I guess I'll try, because otherwise no one needs healing right away. Yeah, with 6 skill points I can definitely not do anything useful for him. So I guess I'll save those. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to affect NPCs, but we'll give it a shot. That actually worked. Okay, worth it, I suppose. You can try to take out this thing finally. Yeah, okay, good choice, good choice. Arcane Blow should land at least 2 killing blows here. Very nice. And one very nearly. Ayali, don't die, please. Oh, nice. They actually managed to kill one of those things. And we got more Hellhounds. Still got a bit of a ways to go, though. There, do one of those. Healing all of our allies as well. Very nice. Yeah, honestly, I don't even know what these... I think the Imps are mostly just an annoyance. They don't really deal a ton of damage. But these flaming Hellbeasts definitely deal quite a bit of damage with their area attacks, so we want to take those out. Of course, that being said, our mage is not going to be able to help with these at all, but that's fine. Oh wait, actually, yeah, we have to do something other than Arcane Blow as well. There's also another Blade Ward Imp, actually. Okay, move him a little bit closer here. I guess I could slow everything, which would not be completely useless. Let's see how much damage just a basic Icy Rain does. Probably very disappointing amounts. Yeah. Not amazing. Okay, thanks for dealing with that guy. Kinda wish this Icy Horror hadn't moved so far away. Okay, you guys are... Oh, nice. Doing some good work here. Hit points are looking okay. I guess I'm gonna have you help with the Blade Ward. Just making sure we're actually targeting the right enemy. Okay. Also, occasionally double checking that our buffs are still holding up, which they are. Yeah, actually we should be focusing on these because magic is not going to do the trick with them. That being said, Arcane Blue would at least damage 3 of these enemies here. Maybe worth it? And in fact, Icy Rain might not do anything against these whites. Man, that's it's a pretty interesting mix of enemy types with resistances here to make this as difficult as possible. Actually, how about lightning damage? I guess it's only going to hit 3 of them, but let's actually see how this works. Okay. Oh, Ayali. Careful there. Okay, yeah, punch him, that's fine. He can take it. Okay. I keep thinking that something dies, but it's just the stone scraping on stone kind of sound. Okay, yeah, we just have to finish off this Blade Ward Imp there. Ooh, nice one. Okay. Well, lightning should work just fine here. Finishing off one of those whites. We're actually almost making some progress here. Wow. Only 3 enemies remaining right now. Obviously 2 more are going to spawn. But we're kind of keeping them in check. Oh, okay, we only got 1. It's a Thresher, of course, but still not too bad. Just gonna do a single target healing here. Okay. Oh. Okay, I guess the Hellbeasts are actually just immune to magic? Or did Icy Rain do something against them? You feel the ground shake under your feet. Uh-oh. A huge, lumbering, shadowy figure is visible within the portal. You turn and brace yourself. A moment later, it emerges. It is towering, a towering, terrifying beast, a gigantic slab of scales, muscle, and lightning, wrapped in a robe of spider silk and silver wire. It looks across the battlefield, sees you, and moves toward you. The portal has at last attracted a Hakai, one of the Barons of Hell, and it is coming to challenge you for control of this outpost. You can't afford to fail. Okay, that's fine. That does not look like a Hakai. That looks like a Shade. Infernal Lord. 5,000 hit points. Cool. You will absolutely keep Ayali topped off, just in case. I'm so... Oh, wow. Actually, the moment I say it, or I was gonna say it, so afraid of buff starting to fall off now, and in fact, Ayali, for some reason, is no longer hasted. So we will absolutely have to reapply that. I'm going to finish off this Hellhound here, and you... Uh-oh. What did I do? I hit the wrong hotkey and that paused the game, I think? I hope it didn't do anything else. I didn't know the game had a pause hotkey. Holy crap, that was terrifying. I thought it had crashed or something. I sure hope that didn't mess up the recording, but it seems to be going. Right, I was going to just do that. Okay, that was some really good damage, actually. Happy to see that it seems to be taking normal damage just fine. Yeah, we'll have to move you forward, though. Is that going to be in range? Yeah, I think so. Yes, okay, everyone's hasted now. I was obviously hoping for a haste proc on him, so I would be able to do something else still. So I wouldn't mind slowing down this Hawkeye just in case. But it's what it is. Oh god. I was also kind of hoping that we would not be getting any extra respawns, or any extra spawns, while this was happening, or now that he was here. But we kind of got the worst. 4 Blade Ward Imps. We still have these guys to deal with. Oof. Do I heal Ayali here? Oh, we also no longer have... yeah, I think we need the Ward of Steel. We're going to be taking a mix of magical and physical damage, but right now, I think the most magical damage was coming from those Fire Novas from the Hellhounds, but they're gone, so... We'll just go with that for now. I guess we have to manually weaken, right? That's the thing. So we'll do that. Just make sure that this Hawkeye is as debuffed as he will be. Right. We do want to slow. Okay. Yeah, kitty. What is it? Okay, we definitely need some healing. What is it, kitty? I'm kind of busy here. Oh god, this is going to be such a long episode, though. I mean, I thought this was going to be a pretty major combat, but I didn't expect it to take this long, I suppose. We're almost there, though. Like 1, 2, 3 more moves? And we're going to be there? We'll just continue fighting, focusing on the Hawkeye here, I guess. We want to do one of these. We got more Hellhounds too, by the way. Oh my god. Okay. Well, that's not great. Is this guy gonna die? Probably, because lightning debuff? That sucks. Yep, he sure died. And there are more enemies now. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna move you closer. I guess this dude here either must have taken so many hits in one round, because surely he would have been in range of Divine Restoration before, right? And I've pretty much been casting that. I definitely did cast it last round, I'm pretty sure. Unless I didn't? No, I don't know. Either way. I'm glad I kept these soldiers here alive, because I wonder if letting too many of them die... Well, if they all die, I guess it's just game over, because the crystal is not going to be moved into place. But maybe its transportation would also be slowed down if we let too many of them die, or something. Let's hope he doesn't use that supernova. Pun intended. Not too often? Okay. You didn't there. What a chaos. Everyone's attacking everything. Okay, and they moved it. So one more turn, right? It's gonna be in place. I don't know if that's gonna end the fight immediately. It might not, but we'll see. We're about to find out, I guess. Okay, Ayali unfortunately lost her turn because of the Hakai's stunning attack. That's what it is. We're weakening all of these enemies but killing none of them. It's not ideal. Maybe I should have been focusing more on taking out the small ones. Okay, there was another big Nova again. Yeah, that guy's toast. Oof. Oh no, another one died. 3 of them died. Not like this, man. Not this close to the end. How did... Wait. Actually, what did happen? Are the enemies taking getting 2 turns in a row here? What is happening? What was the second Nova there that wiped out so many of us and almost killed some of us as well? What? That's wild. I guess I'll just double up on the healing here. Should we be focusing on some of these minor enemies just to reduce their numbers, just in case it's not over immediately? It probably won't be over either. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll... Yeah, okay. It's one less enemy to deal with. Come on, not now. Now is not the time to look at maps. No kills. Oh hey, we got reinforcements. Interesting. Is the stone gonna move though? Or is one soldier not enough? How does this work? The stone did not actually move. Okay, Ayali lost her turn. Sucks. Will we kill anything with this? I don't think so. No, there's no chance. Okay, it's just 2 Fire Novas from the Hellhounds. And then the Energy Nova from the Hakai. This is really bad. Oh god, we got reinforcements coming in so slowly. There's no way. Dang. Yeah, this is tough. I mean, there was... Honestly, these guys dying here was pretty much out of my control. I mean, I can only do so much. I kept them topped off, but... I guess we got at least 1 Fire Nova from a Hellhound combined with the Hakai's Nova attack. That was just enough to kill 3 of them. There was nothing I could do. And now we have to wait for... Oh, he didn't even heal that guy. Oh, that sucks. Now we have to wait for there to be 4 of them again? Maybe? That... wow. Okay. So much for wrapping this one up then. Come on, kill something. Okay. You killed something. Good job. Mary Hugh. Hang in there. Okay. Good. Of course we're getting more. Okay. Healed up that guy. I was getting a little bit worried. I suppose at this point we are actually killing the Hawkeye. Okay. Please kill this guy here. Oh, come on. So close. There's fire over number 1. Fire over number 2. No. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Oh, he dared. And lightning is gonna kill this guy? No? It did not. Huh? Oh, she's out of magic. Oh my god. Holy crap, I didn't even realize that was a thing. That was terrifying. Okay. Thankfully we had enough action points to drink a potion and heal. That would have been devastating. In more ways than one. Come on, man. Mighty blow. Yeah, mighty-ish. Alright, yeah. Same with you, of course. Okay, we killed the icy horror at least. Allowing this guy here to take some stabs at the Lord of Hell. Okay, mighty smite on this thing. Okay, nice. That's actually huge. Down to 173 hit points. Come on. Mighty blow. Mighty blow. There we go. Okay. Yeah, no special fanfare, of course, because that was just one of many enemies. You need to kill this stupid thing here. It's gonna take a while. Are there any more soldiers coming, actually, to move this stupid thing here? Can we just lend them a hand? Maybe everyone who's still around should just help with the final push here? Just an idea, you know? At this rate, we're just gonna have another Hawkeye. Oh no, this guy's terrified. I don't know if that matters, but... Can I heal? Oh, no haste. Yeah, this is crazy. This fight is just insane. You're kind of stuck here. I'm gonna have you... If I can, yeah, I'm gonna move you there. How did I miss this imp? That's ridiculous. There's the third one, finally. But surely we need all 4 of them. Also, are we not healing Marihue, or does she just have that many hit points? I guess she does have a lot of hit points. Because it certainly doesn't feel like her HP are budging at all. Okay, no, we are healing her very, very slowly. We got a new Hellhound as well. This is nuts. Only one, I guess, but still. 87, yeah, okay, so Xanas should absolutely be able to finish that one off. If he gets a chance. Like so. Yeah, okay. He wasn't gonna be able to move into position to attack this one. Well, we'll just keep doing this, I suppose. So long as no other Hawkeye spawns, I guess we're good, maybe? Famous last words. Stop it, don't attack those guys. Everyone but those guys. Wait, what? You moved it there, why didn't you move it diagonally? It was there, right? They moved it here instead of there. But I guess the good news is that you only need 3 of them. Okay, you know what? I'll just focus on healing Marihue because I'd really like for her to survive. Stupid thing. Well, you're completely locked in place here. I would absolutely love to get over to this side of the battlefield, but that ain't happening. No kills? No, actually I think we took out the white. Okay. Don't get distracted, guys. You need to move that stone. At last. Yeah, no kidding. Holy crap. At last the stone slides into place. The ring of crystals is complete. Suddenly everything gets very still. Warriors and infernals alike, they look to see what will happen. But instead of being put back into balance, the new power source at first only disrupts the portal more. It sways about wildly. Which is bad because we're standing right next to it. Literally right next to it. And then it begins to inhale. An enormous wind begins to blow, sucking everything, soldiers, demons, supplies, bodies, into the maw of the portal. You throw yourself onto the ground, struggling to hold on to keep from being devoured. And then you lose your grip. In one final pull, the portal pulls in everything nearby, but the crystal spires that support it. In your last moments in Avernum, you see the magical doorway grow still, stable, restored. And then it sucks you through. Huh. Is this actually the ending? Am I getting what I was kind of speculating about? I suppose it was mostly in a comment a few episodes ago. We'll see. The force of the portal increases, defeating all of your efforts to resist it. After working so hard to recreate the portal, you are unwillingly the first through it. Well, among the first. You fly through with great force, and after a horrible, tearing, vertiginous sensation, you find yourself in another cavern. Oh. A group of startled Evernight soldiers are staring at you. No, not soldiers of Avernum. Soldiers of Upper Avernum. One steps forward, helps you to rise to your feet, and says, "Welcome to the Portal Keep. You're near the surface now." Dazed and bruised, you and the Evernight warriors sucked through with you are taken to the city of New Cotra. Upper Avernum is another huge series of caverns, this time not far below the world's surface. You're quickly debriefed by a series of commanders and generals, all desperate to know if the Great Portal is functioning. Once they believe that it is restored, they immediately leap to action. Before the day is out, Caravans of relief supplies are headed to the portal keep and barracks are ready for the next wave of refugees. The disaster all feared has been averted. You immediately request permission to use the portal and return to Avernum. After all, much remains to do down there. Your homeland is still on the edge of chaos, and yet you soon receive a harsh reminder that you are still enlisted in the army. Permission is denied. Wow, that sucks. Perhaps your mistake was telling them all you had accomplished in Avernum. When you beg to return to the underworld, a general claps you on the shoulder. I admire your loyalty to the old homeland, but you are valuable now. Not just as a warrior, but as a symbol. Those caves are the past. We need to look to a future. We need to build a new land for ourselves. And thus, once you have barely enough time to rest and recover from your wounds, you find yourself at a huge stone gateway staring out into the sun. You spent your whole life in Avernum, only imagining the sun. You had no idea how terrifying being outside on the surface could be. The burning sphere in the sky, the open space, the immensity of it all. It takes weeks to adjust to it. It even takes several days just to be able to stay outside more than a few minutes at a time. But then you begin to adjust. You grow used to warmth, and cool breezes, and rain, and even food that is not entirely fungus-based. It turns out that the surface world has many good points to it. No doubt about that. And then you are rushed to the frontier. Upper Avernum has land on the surface, in the wildest regions of the continent of Valorim. This is the land given to Avernum by the Empire. It is harsh and wild, but compared to the underworld it is as threatening as a light wind. You set to work building forts and settlements. And the refugees keep coming. They flow through the portal, reducing the population of the underworld until few enough remain below to survive on the food available. It is hard work, calming the new arrivals, settling them, and keeping them safe. All insist on strong defenses, remembering well the cruelty of the Empire in the past. But the leaders of the Empire know well that free Avernum still exists far below. They remember the assassination of cruel Emperor Hawthorne and the consequences of underestimating the underworld. The Empire could try to crush New Avernum. They might even succeed. But the future emperors know the possible consequences of angering the cave folk, and they enjoy having a country the rebellious can move to. Upper Avernum survives. And thus, promoted to commander, you carry out the rest of your military careers. Not enduring war, but building a proper and lasting peace. It is a good life, busy and rewarding. There is but one regret. At times you miss the caves, the enclosure, the harsh beauty, even the food. As your responsibilities grow heavier, Avernum grows wilder and more remote. The portal becomes older and weaker, and fewer are allowed to use it as time passes. The surface becomes your true home, for you are never able to set foot in Avernum again. Wow. I mean, that's a bit meta as well, because obviously this is the end of the series. Oh, that's a nice image right there. I mean, all of those scenes were kind of nice, but this one, I really like this picture. And what happens to Avernum? What was the final fate of your homeland? The site of so many wars, so many adventures, so much joy and sorrow. Mostly sorrow. The blight was never cured. The lack of food in Avernum meant that it was destined to have a small population. Only the bravest and strongest lived there, sustained by a meager diet of fish, lizard meat, and cavewood fruit. Most Evernites flee to the surface, settling in Upper Avernum and leaving a small population behind that can survive on the available food. But what happened to them? Oh. At first, the underworld seems to be on the verge of chaos and ceaseless warfare, but there is a new power to the north. The dragon Melanchion was quiet as it settled in, found followers, built defenses, and gained influence. As most of the residents of the underworld fled toward the light, Melanchion remained silent no longer. The mighty Drake began to contact those who remained, offering them protection in return for tribute. It was not an offer that could be safely refused. Some accept the offer, allying themselves with the Drake. Some fight back. They soon find Melanchion was able to eliminate most of his rivals before the Great Portal was restored. Nobody remaining has the strength to oppose his ascension. Avernum finally achieves peace, of a sort. The remnants of the Slith Horde, the Fang Clan, and the Giants all compete for pieces of land to call their own. Sometimes groups of militant Vanatai come to claim what they feel was stolen from them. The dragon allows this, as long as the violence doesn't get too intense. Nothing is allowed to disrupt his flow of tribute. The dragon usually keeps to himself, but all live in terror of attracting his gaze. But of course, Avernum is not just a place, but a nation. The humans, Nephilim, and Slizarekai, who gather under its crown banner, stick together, their numbers much reduced. they retreat to the Great Cave and the Tower Colony. Understanding that survival requires unity, they band together and fortify the forts and tunnels. However, none can stand with them to oppose the dragon. Avernum soon joins those who pay the creature tribute. The Great Portal remains the lifeline to the surface, and control of it gives the nation of Avernum some influence on the underworld, as long, of course, as Melanchion gets all he wants. Avernum is small and must submit to the dragon, but its proud spirit remains relatively unchanged. King Steris maintains his rule, and his wisdom guides his nation through a painful period of contraction and adaptation. At one point, the wizard Gladwell attempts to unseat him and take charge. Really? Well, I mean, I guess it's not too surprising. But the eccentric mage's efforts come to naught. He is banished to the abyss. Good riddance. Irritates the dragon with his ambition and disappears soon after. The castle and the Tower Colony, once rebuilt, are the centers of learning, and Almaria and Darmon are the primary cities. Almaria and Darmon, yeah, okay. Myrtus, now on the border, becomes a major trading hub. Blosk and Silvar are abandoned. And what of the rest of Avernum? The Abyss fails to maintain its independence. Melanchion smoothly moves in and takes control. I mean, that's no surprise, because both of the cities there were leaderless, of course. The Abyss gains the safety it has long craved, at the cost of the freedom it valued above all. Which was really just the freedom to get mugged and mug other people, if we're being honest here. It never seemed like such a great place to live, to be honest. The Vanatai, meanwhile, have learned the harsh lesson of what happens when you don't zealously guard their homelands. They never again entirely go to sleep. Unwelcome intruders in their lands meet quick and gruesome ends. However, the Vanatai are still a peaceful and thoughtful people at heart. They maintain cordial, if distant, relations with the races with whom they must share the underworld. The Anama continue to exist. Oh yeah, those exist, I guess. Always giving their counsel about the wisdom of self-restraint and the danger of power, and always being ignored. Upper Avernum lives as long as the Empire does. Everybody is surprised to find that the leaders of the Empire, remembering the danger of angering the underworld, allow it to survive. They keep their end of the great bargain. It is a small, cramped land, filled with immigrants too bright and unpredictable to remain in the Empire, and it is this quirky and independent population that helps Upper Avernum to survive and flourish. The Slith Horde survives as well. Much of the northern land they seized from Avernum remains in their control. Wait, what? How? Well, I suppose no one actually came back to reclaim it, so yeah, that makes sense. The reduced population of Avernum doesn't need it and couldn't defend it if they had it. Now that the Savage Sarakai have regained most of the land they lost when humans arrived in the underworld, their honor is restored. They maintain an uneasy peace with Avernum. Okay, that's honestly more than anyone could have hoped for. Of course, if their vicious leaders had not been destroyed, If their vicious leaders had not been destroyed, this would not have been possible. Thus, you deserve the credit for much of the new peace. Okay, thank you. And the Empire survives. The strife and the madness of its leaders are left behind. It enters a quiet middle age full of peace, firm and calm control, and a long and gentle stagnation. Though some Darkside loyalists still live, they are in the end too weak a force to make a real difference. Emperor Redmark, as he promised, hunts them all down. Of course, as all such nations the Empire eventually crumbles and splits apart in acrimony and violence, but this is a tale of the far future. And Avernum remains for many centuries as it is now, a wild place, of freedom, adventure and danger, a dark land of magic and wealth for those strong enough to claim them. Dragons, demons, wizards, assassins all come and go. None are ever able to completely master those many miles of tunnels. Avernum returns, in a way, to its original purpose. Those misfits who can never fit in on the surface are always drawn there, though now they go willingly, and sometimes they return, richer and wiser, or in urns. It is always there, always in people's minds, in their dreams, a wild place, untamed and untamable, that, whether they like it or not, truly exists under their feet. The free, dark, deadly, welcoming, undying shadow image of the world, waiting for whomever would challenge it. The end. Wow. I mean, that was a lot, but honestly, I mean, it's a nice conclusion to the series, of course. This was always, I guess, intended to be the end of the series. So yeah, they made that pretty clear. Although, of course, it's all, left kind of open at the same time. In theory, there could be an Avernum 7 eventually, or just a reimagining, a reboot of the entire series, as opposed to just remakes, literal remakes of the original games. So who knows? Maybe there is eventually going to be another game set in Avernum. Although, I guess at this point, most of the stories have probably been told, and maybe it's better that we move on to other things. But okay, I guess what else? What else is there to say? Just as the credits, no, not credits, as the ending sequence began, a few things went through my mind. Of course, then half an hour of outro text happened. But so first of all, one thing that occurred to me is that Melanchion actually held up his end of the bargain. Up until the very end, I was wondering if he had tried to trick us all, somehow sabotaged or manipulated that crystal and thus the portal to not send us to safety. But I guess again, he really, I mean, he's greedy. He's a dragon, of course. It's in his nature, I suppose. But so he's he has his own well-being and wealth in mind first and foremost. But he wasn't interested in needlessly slaughtering everyone. But he definitely had an interest in reducing his competition, right? And reducing Avernum's power, Avernum's numbers and thus power, to have an easier time to subdue those that would remain, as is exactly what happened. So I guess his plans worked out perfectly in the end. He got what he wanted. Those who remain are forced to cooperate with him, pay him tribute. But I mean, I suppose it works out, right? In the end, it's maybe not the worst scenario. At least there is a sort of peace and stability, apparently. Right. So the portal did work, but the first moment as we were being pulled into it, I was wondering, because I had been speculating, as I said, about about that portal in the destroyed tower that X entered, where we briefly saw some vision of some extremely strange land, some alternate dimension or something, right? And I was saying in that comment how I would love to see a game set in in an alternate universe, basically within the Avernum universe, or a parallel universe to the Avernum universe, maybe, where some person from, well, it doesn't really matter from where, but maybe just an Evernight steps into a portal, or touches a portal pylon the same way he has done hundreds of times before, but something goes wrong. There's some misalignment, some random, I don't know, whatever. Maybe it's been manipulated. Some malfunction sends him to an alternate dimension where everything's completely alien, and just this completely wild new world where you don't know what to expect at all. Because obviously, with Avernum, you know exactly what to expect. After the first game, all the following games, I mean, maybe with the exception of Avernum 3, which took place on the overworld, that felt different. But then, of course, we went back to the second trilogy, which was just Avernum 1 all over again, basically. And then again. Which I'm not saying that's a bad thing at all. I enjoyed it a lot for what it was, but after a while, all the places, which is in a way nice because because of nostalgia, and it's nice coming back to a familiar place. But especially playing them more or less back to back, of course, you can't help but feel like you've seen it all before. So yeah, there was a little bit of fatigue that was setting in, of course. But I guess I waited long enough in between games that I was eager to get back into it. I can't deny that this one in particular has been going on for so long that I was kind of ready for it to end, just because it's a massive game. Obviously, I also tend to really, really take my time to an excessive amount, perhaps to an excessive extent. So it didn't have to be like almost 160 episode series, but that's what it ended up being. And we might not even be done yet, because I'm still curious to explore what the dragon might have to offer us, and if there actually is a secondary or an alternate ending to this all. I mean, I don't know exactly. I suppose ultimately, even going with this ending, maybe it's the only ending. I don't know. The dragon did get what he wanted in the end. So if we never repair the portal and just continue working for the dragon, I guess Avernum is just going to die out, because they are going to starve to death, or, so many people are going to starve until then their numbers are reduced to a point where they can sustain themselves on what food is available, right? It's just a slower process that is going to end up, it's going to lead to the same end result, just, with a lot more suffering, a lot less pretty. But ultimately, Avernum is going to be so weak that they will have to submit to the dragon, and everything else should be relatively unchanged. Of course, we will also, if we continue working with the dragon, it looks like we will have to deal with the Vanatai and drive them out of the caves one way or the other, so they will have even less of an influence. I don't know how much of a difference not dealing with Tenebra made in that ending sequence. I'm guessing that our choices as to, which ones of those final 4 quests we dealt with, or maybe even, I guess we never had to do all of the quests, even for our Imperial, not Imperial, what am I saying, for the, for Avernum's, for Avernum, yeah, for the King and for Levitt. So I guess there was always a choice to leave certain things undone. I guess if we had not dealt with certain threats, certain enemies, certain situations, that probably would have also been reflected in that ending sequence. Pretty sure that, that would have been slightly different depending on what we did and didn't do. Of course, I ended up doing almost everything. So, yeah. But it didn't really sound like the Vanatai had much of a say in anything, right? Or that leaving them in Tenebra made much of a difference. I think the ending mostly talked about the Vanatai as a whole, as a people. The Vanatai whole, as it were. And not specifically that colony up here in Avernum. Anyway. Yeah, I'm still interested in seeing what more there is to do for the dragon, so I guess there's going to be at least one more episode where we maybe explore that, but depending on how much there is, and if we actually gain access to those couple of places that we haven't been to, yeah, there might be a little bit more to come. Also, this episode is an absolute monster. I apologize. I have been thinking about maybe splitting it up, but I don't know how I would do that, honestly, unless I just make a cut before I enter. Maybe I should just do that. Honestly, maybe I should. Yeah. I guess at this point you will probably have seen that if I have come to that decision. Because this is basically 2 episodes worth in terms of length, and the final episode, or the second half of it, was just that extremely long final combat plus the ending sequence and my closing thoughts, I suppose, such as they are, unorganized and confused. Which is of course entirely in character. So, yeah, I'll probably just split it in 2, record a little outro and intro, and yeah. I mean, you've already seen it, heard it, so this is no surprise to you. Okay, well, with that out of the way, with that decision finally made, I guess I'll say goodbye, but not for good, not for this. Not concluding the series quite yet, because at least I hope there is a little bit more to see. I might be wrong. Maybe the next episode is going to be very short, or we'll see. But for the time being, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.